Yesterday we have started with this simple mapping, and we have to explore the capabilities of a source qualifier.
Okay.
Particularly the source qualifier, what you are getting for a relational source.
Okay.
So this source qualifier transformation is applicable for relational source and flat files also. These two types. For other types, you find other types of source qualifiers according to the platform.
Oh.
For all relational platforms and flat files, this is the source qualifier what comes in picture. So this source qualifier has some properties, some abilities. We'll see what they are. Okay. Before that,
So
in this mapping, what we have,
source qualifier, we have two different types.
two different.
No, source qualifier you said only for the relational and the flat files. So if it is XML or other types of files, so different source qualifier will come up when we drag it.
Yeah, the other different source qualifiers will come into picture.
Okay.
This is applicable for relational sources and flat files.
Okay.
Okay, so here in this mapping, what have we defined? We have some instructions given, set of instructions. According to the mapping, what is the instruction? Pull the data from so-and-so table and dump it to so-and-so target, simply. No transformation, okay?
Okay.
So to pull the data, to retrieve the data from source table, because it is a relational table, to retrieve the data from a relational table, you require a query.
Yeah.
So what are you demanding here? So for that, equivalently, what query might be required with the source table? Can you guess the query?
Okay, I will guess the question here. We are using select statement here. Select from the classroom table.
Okay.
Only the student ID, comma, student name, comma, total marks, comma, average marks from the classroom table.
Exactly. Yeah. That means
That
the statement will be select student ID, comma, student name, comma, total, comma, average from
classroom table. Yes.
And no where condition.
No where condition. Yes. Straightforward.
Yeah. So without where condition, you will get all the records, no? All the rows.
Yeah.
When you want specific rows only, you require where condition.
Yeah.
So that is the query what I require here to dump the data to this particular target. So according to the ports we have projected here. One more thing that we have to identify here. In source and targets, okay, we talk about columns, okay?
Yes.
Columns, data types. And when it comes to transformations, okay, in transformations, source qualifier is a transformation, it's a type of transformation. So in transformation, so these are called as, okay, not columns, but they are called as ports.
Call it PORTS, ports, right?
Transformation ports. What can be a port?
So this is the column name in the original table. Here it shows us the row, right? This transformation ports, right? In this,
So in transformations, okay, to to get data into the transformation, or from a transformation if you want to pass the data to next level in mapping flow, you require ports. Okay, so they are like channels through which data values are passed. Okay, so ports can be input type. Okay, you find input ports. Ports can be output type. You find output ports. Okay, and sometimes a port can be input as well as output type. In out. That means if I want to just give some values into a transformation, okay, just input I would like to give. So the transformation requires an input port so that it can accept a value through the port. You can pass a value through the port. Okay. From a transformation, if you are trying to give the port, like give a value to the next level, you require output type of port.
Yeah.
Okay. If a port is in-out type, what is the meaning? What can be the behavior?
I think it will take as an input, and same port will give the same value to the output, maybe.
Yeah. It will simply pass through the value.
Pass through the value. Okay.
Whatever it takes in, as it is, it gives out.
Okay.
Okay. So if you observe in source qualifier, okay, so all the ports, okay, actually will have a name, and ports will have a type, data type also, and the size. So that you define what type of values it can pass through. No, take in, give out.
Okay.
For every port, you specify a data type. So here for source qualifier, we know the ports are automatically configured according to the structure of your source. Sorry. So in this source qualifier transformation, we got some ports configured. For every column of the source, we got a port configured, equivalent. So for every column with same name, a port is configured, and respective data type, it all like automatically taken, and the size, everything. And all the ports, if you take, they were defined in-out type. What do you mean by in-out type?
In-out type.
In-out means they pass through the values. Okay?
The same value is
Yeah,
passing
goes out. Yeah, yeah. Right. To see that, for example, source qualifier, if I want to customize something, okay, because it has a lot of abilities, I said, many properties I can set. If I want to customize source qualifier, I can edit this. Okay. Editing you can do by right clicking, take edit option, or else you can double click it. You can edit it.
Okay.
Okay. So if I here, a name is already there. If you want to change the name of this transformation, you can change. Like I can say, this is the source qualifier, what I got created for. What is that? Class source name. Class. Can give some meaningful name. And the next tab, if you see, ports. Okay. So automatically they got created for it.
Oh, okay. The input output both.
And all the ports are in-out type. Okay. And properties. If you see the properties, we have very important properties here. We'll start with the first one. What is the first one?
SQL query.
SQL query. Okay. So down there is some explanation given. What is this?
Okay.
What it says? User-defined SQL statement.
I see.
See, the source qualifier has an ability, okay, to build an SQL statement for us. See, you have guessed what statement is required to pull the data from source so that you can dump it to the target.
Yeah.
Okay. So that statement source qualifier can build it, okay, automatically.
Okay.
So because when you say run this mapping, so when integration service tries to execute the logic you have given here, the basic thing what it should do here is pull the data from source, okay?
Yeah.
I specify where is the source, what is the source. So integration service will go to the source location and to pull the data, because it is a relational table there, it requires a query, okay, to be given to the database so that it can get the data from table. Okay. So that query is built by source qualifier. What you have guessed, exactly the same query, it will build. How it can build? How it can automatically build?
So according to what we have mentioned here on the
Yeah. According to what you are projecting from source qualifier to target, it can make out.
Okay.
You are demanding ID, name, total, average, not only 4 of them.
Okay.
And from which table, obviously, this source qualifier has a source. Okay, that is the table. So it can build, select student ID, comma, name, comma, total, comma, average from classroom. It can build the query. Okay. So we can see the query what it will build for us.
Where is that query?
So we go to properties. Okay. There is no query shown here. No? Actually, this is the place where actually we can type our own query and we want some change in that. Okay. So, but here in this place we can see that what query it builds, like by default also we can check it out. There is a small edit button in the corner. Click on that. You'll get SQL editor. Okay. And here actually you can go for your own query so that integration service can take that query and pull that data different than the default one. Okay. But you can see what query it can generate for us. Down we have a generate SQL button.
Okay.
Click on that. So what is the query you got?
Yeah, select classroom dot student ID. Yeah, because it will show all this table name and column name. Dot. Okay. Total average from
Same query what
yeah, we mentioned.
have expected. No?
Exactly.
So if I need a change in this query, I can change, like I can modify and I can save it and I can make a different query out of it.
Or we can
So that integration service can use that modified query. Like that also we can influence.
in the meantime, can we use where condition in this level if we need it?
Yeah, of course we can.
Whatever the query we need to change it, we can do it here in only.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Only thing is, the query should match the table structure. No?
Yeah, naturally. Yeah.
So obviously, it should be a successful query executed at database end. So like that, we should plan. And whatever, like you are selecting here, okay, they should match with the projected ports. The ports what I am projecting, that and this should have a match. That is, the first projected port should be ID, no? Student ID.
ID, yeah.
Second projected port should be classroom, student name. Third one is total, fourth one is average. It should match. So SQL query, you can see the default query, what it is able to build. And if you need some modification also, you can do it there. Okay, in later levels, we do query override also. Okay. There is another like property here. Can you see?
Yeah, user defined.
User defined. Why this is required? User defined.
I really don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
So join never comes into picture
uh,
when you are working with a single table.
yeah, exactly. We need two or more tables.
Yeah. So here we learn a point that
Mm,
source qualifier has one greatest capability.
mm,
That is the source qualifier when we like that source qualifier that you are getting for relational table. Okay. Has a
mhm,
greatest capability, that is the capability of join. Okay. That means a source qualifier I can use to pull the data from multiple tables also
yeah.
when performing a join.
Mm,
Because we know on the whole it is a query what it is doing. No?
mhm,
When you talk about a
mm,
query can be planned on more than a table also, on multiple tables with a proper join criteria or condition. No?
yeah.
So this becomes one biggest advantage. So
Mm,
the point that we learn here is
mhm,
source qualifier can be used to join the data of multiple
tables.
homogeneous tables. What do you mean by homogeneous? That to
That's a
relational.
relational.
Okay.
Yeah, relational.
This option is yeah available only for relational.
With a common ID, common column, using the common column, matching common column like that.
Homogeneous
Homogeneous
means
means
the tables which are from same platform.
oh, same platform. Okay, okay.
For
For
example,
example.
if you have two tables from same SQL Server database,
Oh, okay, okay.
okay, then I can join using source qualifier
Okay.
because they are from same platform.
Oh,
If I have two tables, one from Oracle and one from SQL Server, I cannot think of joining it with source qualifier because they are from two different platforms.
okay.
Heterogeneous they are. Okay,
Oh,
they are called as heterogeneous sources. So source qualifier has capability of joining homogeneous tables.
table.
That too preferably from same location,
Seamless.
same database.
Okay.
Okay. So actually for joining purpose we have a separate transformation in Informatica. But actually source qualifier has an additional capability of joining homogeneous tables from like same location mainly.
Okay. Mm.
Okay. We can use this. It gives a lot of advantage. We'll see. Okay. So that is why you have this join option. That means you can specify the join condition based on which it should go for a query to pull the data from two tables or three tables. It can be n number of,
Okay.
okay, like more than one, two or three or four. It depends because it's a query what you plan here. Using a query, you can pull the data from n number of tables,
Oh,
no?
okay.
Two or three or four, any number. One query is sufficient. No?
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, we'll see examples of this. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And this you were asking, this property is there, source filter.
Mm.
Okay. What is source filter? Down it also. Filter
So,
apply to source record. That is a where condition obviously.
oh, that condition. Okay.
So these down options normally they influence the query what the source qualifier can generate for us. They influence the query. Like if I plan a filter here, it
Mm.
will influence the query. That means it will add a where condition to the query, what it
Mm.
can be. Okay. Let us go for a filter. Like there is no filter planned here. No? Let us edit this part, add a filter. What kind of a filter we can add? Maybe I would like to pull the data
Uh,
of a particular subject.
uh-huh.
Is it possible?
Yeah, yeah. So we can do that.
Is there any subject? If you have a field for subject, it is
Yeah,
possible actually.
yeah.
But I don't think it's there. No?
So we have a subjects also but we have only called the target level only four, the name and totals. Um,
I think each field is taken for the marks of each subject, I believe. Okay. What is that months actually have? Months field.
It's a I am not just it's a dumb table. At January, February, for 12 months, that kind of creation, I guess. Long time back.
Okay, okay. Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll study the data, how it is. Then plan a filter, okay? How we can see the data? One thing is go to database and check it there, no?
Yeah.
The data of the table. There is a second option here, okay? In designer itself, you can right click on source or target. Okay, you find an option review data.
Oh, yeah.
You can from here see. You need ODBC connectivity. Which one it is? Source, no? It's in Mono database. I require Mono connection. And username, of course. We use authentication. Numeric value out of range.
I think owner's name is different.
No, owner is DB owner because here, let's see, it's under DBO schema. Database objects. DB owner is database objects. Mono. See under Mono you see tables. And you find them all DBO. Can you see? DBO is the schema. Classroom. Fine. You have all months January. Average total. Fine. Average. Okay, total if you take some entries we have on 300 change and for some entries we have on 400 change. For example, I would like to consider only that data where total is at least 400. Okay, less than 400 I don't want. I don't want to process or get to the target. I need a filter condition. How to do? So in Informatica, you can simply plan it with source qualifier because source qualifier has the ability for it. The data what you are pulling itself, you can be specific. You can avoid unnecessary data. So you go to the properties of source qualifier and go for the filter condition. Source filter, you edit, plan a filter. On what you need filter here?
Total.
On total. Total should be at least
more than 400.
400. So greater than equal to 400. You can plan a condition. Okay. Just where condition. Without where class, condition you keep. And now after you give this source filter, you go back and check the query. What now it can generate. Okay.
It must have generated with where condition. Okay.
That is all. So these options will influence the query, what it generates. So this query integration service will use to pull the data. So now you'll get specific data.
In this
Only,
case, if we filter two columns, one is total is more than 400, and
yeah,
age between, for example, age is between 20 and 30, or any two conditions, then it will say where classroom total and two conditions will show up here.
yeah, you can go for multiple conditions.
Conditions, okay.
Yeah, here itself you can plan.
Here, what is the next
When
line?
you need multiple conditions,
Comma.
you can go for and or or.
Oh, and
You
here,
can plan and something or something. You can here itself plan.
and okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
And something like months equal to January. Now it is added to the statement.
And the classroom. Great.
See, instead of doing that, we have another alternative.
Uh-huh.
That means here, instead of doing the source filter here, directly we can modify the query here. That means here we can edit the query, add a where condition manually.
Suppose if you are very strong in the query, you can write directly on this place.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what you have to do here is, after you modify the query, you don't cancel it, okay? You have to say okay.
Okay.
So then you can see it, this part will be occupied part, not empty part. That means the query is modified, and the modified query it is saving, and that modified query it will use. So whenever you override the query, it appears like this, like it won't be empty. If this part is empty, that means the default query is being used. If the query area is empty, that means you are using modified query.
Can you tell me again, Kapil? You said if this place is empty, means it takes only the default query.
Yes.
If we modify something,
If the query you are modifying, editing, okay, you have to save it, and it will appear. The saved query appears here, like this. It won't be empty.
so
If
modified
this place is not empty,
okay. Modified
means here manually you are adding.
adding.
Like
No. Even what if we add a where condition in the filter level, that is also treated as a modifying.
No, here the down options what we are doing is we are specifying, like it is going for a basic query building, okay? Additionally, down the properties whatever we give, it will add to the query what it is generating. Okay, so with the down options, it will generate the query. Like when it is generating the query, it will consider the down options whatever you say.
Okay.
Like the filter. Okay. So including the filter, it will go for a statement query. Without using this option, what you can do is directly you can type a query here.
Oh.
Instead of using the options.
Okay.
So whatever query that you are typing, it can use. So you can always check the validity of the query. Syntactically whether the query is correct or not, you can check here. So for checking that down, you have to take the connection. Which connection?
Mono connection.
It is in source. Okay. And the authentication. And you can click on validate button. It can tell you whether the query is correct or not. Okay.
That means
if errors are there, it will say.
So no error
says no error.
That means it's correct.
It's correct. For example, if I type some error, something like totals, I say, and I validate. Invalid. Query.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Invalid query.
It will check against the table name, etc. Column name.
Otherwise, one more way you can do. Simply copy the query. Okay. Copy it. Go to your database and run it there.
Run it there. Now we have to select that Manon on the top, the level is just before they execute. It is under Manon database.
Mano.
Yeah, left side, still more left. Yeah.
Database. Huh?
Yeah, Mano. Yeah. Yeah.
This is for execution.
Yeah, good. Wait for it. Yeah, they made it very easy, right? In the Informatica, the query writing is they made it easy.
Yeah, for relational, it is only for relational tables.
Okay.
Because only relational platforms will support query,
Okay.
not other platforms. That's why it is made easy. So the main part, the advantage part is when you are trying to combine some tables, okay, so you can simply do it with a query. So joining becomes very easy with this, actually.
Oh.
So you have source filter, okay? And one more option is there. What is this? Number of sorted ports. This can reflect in sorting of data. You know what is sorting?
Starting ascending, descending, bring up.
Yeah. Excuse me. Actually, how we do sorting in a database query?
We order by, right? We use order by.
Order by, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Order by, you have to specify which field, which column. Huh?
Yeah, column name and ascending.
But here the option is something different. It is not asking on which column you want to sort it. It is given something like number of sorted ports. Okay. That means how many ports or how many fields you are trying to use for sorting. That is what you are specifying. For example, if the value is 0, that means no sorting. When you have a non-zero value, that means sorting is invoked. If I give this value 1, that means I am sorting data on one of the fields. Okay, but which field we haven't specified.
Yeah.
So which field it can be?
The first column of the table.
Obviously, yeah. The first field available.
Yeah, first field of the table. Okay.
Available, not in the entire table, but the first field we are demanding, okay, from the table in the query. See, table might have 10 fields, but in the query I am demanding only 4 of them. Okay, among the 4, first one.
Oh, right, I got it. Yes.
You can say here first one is student ID.
Yeah.
For example, I need sorting on maybe total or name, what I can. By overriding anyhow we can type it directly, but with the option if I want to see.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it is simple. You see that the first one is that column. Okay. That means I want sorting of name.
Right.
You change the position of name. Take it above ID. And come back to properties. And check out the query what it is generating. Now it is order by name. Now the order has been changed. No? So now it is name first selected, then the ID.
Okay.
So first one is name. So it is taking name for sort. Like this, multiple fields also can be taken for sorting. Like this number of sorted ports you can get 2, 3 also according to the requirement. Okay.
How come, yeah, column, only one column can be sorted, right? Suppose if serial number 1 to 100, if they sorted by ascending, means it's only one column, the other will be jumbled, the other three columns. If both columns cannot be ordered by, we cannot give both columns.
Yes, like it's like having multiple columns means it's multi-level sorting.
Okay.
Okay. That's for example. Imagine you have other fields also selected. Okay. For example, you have so many months of data. Okay. I want sorting to be done on months. Okay. So month-wise sorting earlier. So total data is sorted month-wise. But within a month, if you take, for 1 month you find a lot of records. Huh?
Yeah.
Many records under 1 month. Within that category, do you find any sorting? Within total data you are sorting by month, but within month category, if you require next level sorting, within that sorting. Within a month sorting.
Like that.
That is done like that. So multi-level sorting, using multi-level sorting. Like in database we can test it easily. See, let me remove order by. Sorry, there. I got for order by. Order by what I say is total. What is shortcut for execution? Right? Is it anything? Fair like something.
How come it's 90 order by?
So how the sorting you go?
Order by total. Okay, sorry. Okay. Order by total.
Otherwise, okay. I do it by average. Okay, better I do it by average.
Okay.
So entire data is sorted based on the average field values.
Okay.
Okay. But few people got same average, you see.
Yeah.
Okay. Among them, do you find any sort?
Yeah, the student name has been short.
Check out the second category.
Yeah, second.
Do you have sorting?
No. Second field, no.
You cannot expect any sorting other than basically what you said.
Exactly.
So my requirement is total data I want sorting by average, but within average category I want again sorting on
names, right?
So then second level you have to plan. So you say average comma student. Then you can find data is sorted average, right? But within a category, average category, you get name sorted in SME.
Right. Yeah.
Like this, it's multi-level sorting.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah.
Same thing. If you want multi-level sorting, you have to give a non-zero value like that.
But if you put a different field, sometimes error message comes, right? If we put the comma sorting order. Okay, fine. That is queries. We will learn a little later. Okay, no problem. I understood.
Yes, sorting you have to do on existing fields of the query. You cannot take it on non-existing.
Okay.
Like in the query, what you have name, ID, total average. Only among them you can do sorting. sorting you do on the result of the query. That means the result of a query,
Yeah.
you are rearranging. That's me. Like the order of the records, you are rearranging.
Okay.
That is sorting. You can do sorting on only on one of these four, like some of these four or all of the four.
Hmm.
Only on these you can do, which are in the query. You cannot do on any field which is not in the query. That gives definitely error.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hmm.
So sorted codes can influence the sorting behavior of the query like this. So all these capabilities, these are the main capabilities. Source qualifier has, when you are working with relational tables, it has a basic capability. Any source qualifier will have a basic capability, that is converting metadata. Apart from that, it has the capability of building a query, and you can influence it. You can go for join, you can go for filter, you can go for sorting, all this stuff. One more is there, even distinct you can do.
Distinct. Okay.
Here you can see select distinct. What is distinct?
Distinct is in the query we write for same name, different options is there. It will together bring it in the particular name, right? Name is what you say, how you explain. Suppose Mano has a two times, so Mano will be treated as a one.
It won't repeat.
Yeah, it won't repeat exactly. If two times of Mano is there, so Mano will be together. The value will be add together and treat as a one.
So this distinct works at row level here. Okay. If you have a row again repeated in the table, it is not again given. When you say distinct will give you distinct records or unique records.
Unique records, okay.
If you have a record again repeated as it is same, it won't give you twice, second time, when you have distinct class.
Okay.
It works at row level. Total row as it is, if it is repeated only, that is known as a repetition. Enter. So all these options, they are influencing the query what it is going to generate. Okay. Otherwise, you can manually always write the query and override. Save it. Apart from that, we have other functions like properties. Tracing level you have one of the property. Down what is given for tracing level?
Tracing level is ascending, descending that way?
No. Down you can see the explanation what is given here.
Oh, amount of data in session log.
Session is nothing but when I want to execute a mapping, okay, I need a session to execute. So when a session is executed to execute a mapping, a log is written. Log, you know, what happened during the process of execution. Okay, it will give you all the information. So how detailed the log file should be written can be controlled to tracing level. Okay. So here we find some options like does, normal, verbose, initialization and verbose data. One of the options can be okay, default is normal. So whatever information it writes, you can say, give me lesser than that or more than that. Like thus will be lesser than normal. Verbose initialization data will be more than normal. Like more information it will write to the log file. So what kind of information it can write?
Normal.
Help us F1. Open bits. I go for tracing level over.
Normal is intelligence.
So what normal, if I choose normal, what level of information is logged or returned to the log files? Integration service logs initialization and status information, errors encountered, and skipped rows due to transformation row errors, summarizes session results, but not at the level of individual rows. This kind of information it writes to the log file. Okay, how it is initializing, okay, and the status, any errors you got, any records could not load, okay, which got skipped during transformations, okay, due to errors, those records, and summary of the total session execution. Okay. But it won't give details at all level. It is summary data, summary information. Normal is default. Class is lesser than normal actually. The least. Here if you choose stars, what information is returned to the log is initialization information and error messages and notifications of rejected data, not more than that it will give you. Verbose initialization will give you more than normal. Whatever normal gives, more than that, more information.
In addition to normal tracing.
Yeah, in addition to normal, it gives you more information regarding initialization and any indexes used and any files used, and it will give some detailed information okay, regarding the transformations. It will give detailed transformation statistics, more information than normal. But obviously the highest option is verbose data. Verbose data, how it gives is, it will give you information at row level. Every row, how it is being processed, through the transformation. Row level information it gives. It's the highest level. But which level will be actually best level to use?
So which one is
Will it be detail is good or like precise is good? Which is
I have no idea, but like I think normal is okay or
yeah, normal is okay, but which can be useful for us?
for us is last one, verbose data.
Because we are in development phase or maybe at development or testing, these things are fine. But once you move this to production, okay, which one will be better?
I think for the production part normally so correct.
Yeah, because the more detail you opt this, okay, integration service requires or like consumes more time in writing the logs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will increase the time of ETL when you have more levels selected. So in production it should be minimum. In development and testing, it can be according to the requirement. Like you can take more if you want more information, obviously.
Okay. So usually at the time of development, so which one we need to choose most of the time?
We go for normal, but when we see, when we think that okay, this information is not sufficient, if you need more information, you can always opt more.
Okay.
In case of some issues, you can, in detail to study, you can opt higher levels.
Okay. So that means you said that it's a debugging stage. We will use this one or?
Yeah, debugger anyhow we have. Okay. But at log level also, if you want detailed information, like how each and every row being processed through the transformation, if you want to get the details in the log, we go for obviously the highest option, verbose data.
Mm-hmm.
It will give you record level information.
Okay. Tracing level.
There are two options here.
Tracing level is important, right? We should keep it in mind all the time. Tracing level is important here, both levels.
So this tracing level option you find for every transformation.
Okay.
You can control it for every transformation. For every transformation, you can write the information in detail. Definitely, it will affect the month.
Okay.
If you are having 10 transformations in a map, every transformation, if you are going for verbose data, what happens? It will take a lot of time. For every record, it should write.
Oh yeah, then the performance issue come up.
So here you have two options: pre-SQL, post-SQL. What they can be, pre-post.
What is pre-SQL? Post-SQL is
What is the meaning of
before writing the query or after writing the query?
Yes. See, when we execute the mapping, integration service will use the query to fetch the data in the source database. Okay. Before the query, if I want some statements to be executed in database, or after the query, any statements are to be executed in the database, I can plan them pre-post. So these things anyhow we discuss. Pre-post and the last output is deterministic, output is repeatable. This we'll discuss, and I have to show you like all these we'll see hands-on, like how we go for user-defined join, source filter, all these things we see anyhow with some examples tomorrow. And mainly tomorrow we'll go for not only the execution, like how do you hands-on see all this, but also mainly I have to show you the execution part, like mapping you can do, but to see whether it is working properly or not, how it is possible to know. Whether it is working or not properly. You have to execute it.
Yeah.
When you execute it, you can know whether it is working or not, whether it is useful to pull the data and dump it or not.
Okay.
How many rows you are getting from source, how many are being dumped to the target.
Okay.
All this you can know once you execute.
Okay.
So I have to show you how to